Henry McDaniel fired 2 shots into the darkness, but whatever it was didn't fall. It hissed like a wildcat, then leapt 50 feet into the night. In April of 1973, a small town in Illinois was gripped by panic. Something unnatural, was stalking the night. It moved like nothing anyone had seen. It screamed like a dying animal, and those who saw it were never the same. But was it real, or a case of mass hysteria that spiraled out of control? Tonight, we revisit a legend that refuses to die, the Enfield Monster. Enfield, Illinois. Population, a few hundred. A town so quiet most people left their doors unlocked at night. But that peace shattered on April 25th, when Henry McDaniel opened his front door and came face to face with something grotesque. It was around 9:30 p.m. McDaniel had heard scratching noises on his porch. Thinking it might be a stray animal, he armed himself and opened the door. What he saw would haunt him for the rest of his life. The creature stood about 5 feet tall, gray, wrinkled skin, 2 short arms, and 3 legs. But it was the eyes that McDaniel remembered most. 2 glowing pink orbs the size of flashlights. Panicked, he fired his pistol. The thing hissed, like a wildcat, he later said. Then, it leapt, once, twice, 3 times. Each bound covered nearly 25 feet, and then it vanished into the trees. The police arrived minutes later. They expected to find nothing. Instead, they found deep, strange footprints in the dirt, dog-like, but wrong, with 6 toe pads and only 3 leg marks. Word spread fast. Reporters, curious locals, and armed monster hunters flooded the town. That very night, a young boy named Greg Garrett claimed he too had seen the beast, just moments before McDaniel. It had stepped on his shoes, shredding them to ribbons. Then a local news director, Rick Rainbow, and his team spotted a creature near an abandoned building. They even recorded its eerie, animal-like wails. But the tape was never authenticated. By now, Enfield was spiraling into fear. But just as quickly as the hysteria began, cracks started to show. Greg Garrett, the boy with the shredded shoes, he admitted it was a prank. The exotic animal theory surfaced. Some claimed a pet kangaroo had escaped. Its movements, bounding jumps, large eyes, tail, could fit the description. But McDaniel rejected this, saying, "I know what I saw. That was no kangaroo." Law enforcement began threatening to arrest McDaniel if he kept stirring up trouble. But he wouldn't stay silent. He saw the monster again, days later. This time, along the railroad tracks behind his house. No body was ever found, no photographs, no fur samples, just strange prints and fear. Years later, sociologists would label the event a case of social contagion, where panic spreads like a virus. Others say it was misidentification, hysteria, a hoax. But McDaniel never changed his story. Until his death, he stood by what he saw that night in 1973. Something came to Enfield, something that shouldn't exist, and maybe still doesn't. What do you think happened in Enfield, Illinois? Was it all a lie? Or did something real stalk the shadows of that quiet town? Let us know in the comments. And if you've ever encountered something you couldn't explain, we're listening. This is Dead Silence.